Yes, it's very striking. My mum bought it me. It's not something I would have chosen for myself. And it says bonjour. And it bonjour, bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Merci beaucoup. And other French stuff. How are you? It is Wednesday, the 11th. The 11th of August. That's it. So, hello. Nice to see you. So, it's all good. I'm going to be wondering. Yes, did you see the beginning of this? I might have started talking again before it actually came in. But so, I am not in Scotland, but I am pretending to be in Scotland. I am going to pretend to be in Scotland. It's already doing the job for me here because it's raining quite hard outside. Rain, rain, rain. If you want to see the rain, probably can't see the rain, but here, behind this, very grim, very Scottish, very Welsh as well, to be honest. So, half wearing pyjamas. That's the one good thing about not actually doing the Edinburgh Fringe. So I'm sort of missing it. I'm seeing lots of people saying, I'm here and it's all fantastic and everything's back to normal. And I'm like, oh, in a way, that's great. And in another way, that's scary. But the things I would have done if I was in Scotland, I'd probably eat some vegetarian haggis. I might order that in the supermarket shop. And what would I do? Eat bad food. I can do that here. And I would make most of the things that I would be doing is I'd be running around all day with all the equipment that I have got for my show at whenever it is, sometimes the middle of the day, sometimes towards the end of the day. And for the rest, wherever it was I'd be staying, I'd have to get my stuff in a little suitcase and carry it around all day. I'd usually have cameras and setups and speakers and a PC, maybe a laptop or and my little thing here, I would get that. That is a projector. I would get that. Oh, I've got a lead, so if I do some projecting in the next couple of days, I'll have something to connect it to. And I'd be doing that. But now I'm here. But the one thing I would be doing, I'd be trying to get into all of the members' bars. I don't really drink, but I just try and get in them anyway to schmooze and meet people and see people. I like meeting people and seeing people. So I'm not really seeing many people. One of my friends said come for a walk, but that's because it's rained a lot. It hasn't happened so far, but maybe it still is. So maybe you go for a walk. A lot of walking in Edinburgh, a lot of going up and down hills, which I can do, but making new friends. That's what I'd mainly be doing. I'd be like, hello, new friend, how are you today? And they'd be like, oh, I'm fine. Do you want to come and see my show? Flyer, they'd flyer me. So pretend it's the flyer. It's a really giant flyer. That's the EdFringe guide, pretend. And I'd take it, and I'd have a load of them by the end of it, and then they'd give me one of their flyers, and I'd maybe give them one of my flyers, and then I'd see it thrown in a bin quite soon afterwards, and I'd go and see their show, and I'd clap and a clap and a clap, 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 and they'd come and see me if I was really lucky, and they'd go, that was an interesting show. And then I'd get reviewers coming. So this is a reviewer, and the reviewer would come. So this is going to be somebody from Chortle. I don't think they're anybody. I think they've mostly got hair in Chortle, but never mind. I've forgotten to make hair. So they go, what's this about then? And I'd go, oh, I'm sorry, you haven't seen me at my best. And they'd go, no. So they'd be sat at the back like that. So that's what I'm missing. Audience. Hey, so I've got an audience now. Hello, that looks rude, doesn't it? Maybe that's not the best thing in the world. My puppets, 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 that look really rude, and I just realised that. Yeah, so that was new friends. Anyway, I found the puppet, so maybe I can put some hair on this, and then it will be much better. So yeah, that's what I'd be doing, and I'd be going around trying to find coffee to drink. But I've got tea here, because I've still got coffee, but I don't drink coffee much after sort of lunchtime. Nobody's here. 3 people. Nice to see you anyway. So I don't know what you want of me, but if it was an real Edinburgh show, then that's pretty much I'd have prepared something, and I'd come in and I'd do my little show about rocks or being Welsh, or maybe I'd do something where I'd be a historical figure. That I would do comedy as a historical figure. I did that one, yeah, that was so successful. and all sorts of things like that. Oh, I did impro and I did sketches and all sorts. But so what am I missing this year? Not doing that. That's probably just as well for everyone. So it takes the pressure off, really, because, you know, I've been expecting a reviewer in at some point and they'd say something scathing. And now I've just got you, the audience I can't see. And so if you're scathing, you can still say it and you feed back to me during the show. So actually that's worse, because if you say something really scathing, then I'll see it straight away and I won't have to wait for it to be in print in like 3 weeks or short, or then towards the end of the Fringe. To be honest, it's usually when it doesn't really matter about reviews anymore, whether it would be helpful or not. Towards the end, sometimes I've had reviews come out after the Fringe is over, when everyone's gone home. It's like, it's of no use to anyone. It's just hurtful when you see it and you see how much they hated your show. So, you know, in a way, thank goodness I'm not in Edinburgh this year. But I am here. Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely fun, isn't it? So much fun. So much fun. Just me drinking tea and contemplating the future. What future? So I don't know whether I'll go back to live shows soon. I haven't done them for a little while. Before all of this, really, I'd been doing a lot of poetry performance, but I'd sort of wound down the stand-up because I thought sometimes you keep going and you're like, this is me. Sorry, I'm dressed like a mime, aren't I? Yeah, me in a glass box, and there's a brick wall, and I'm stuck in the glass box with the brick wall. That's two different things, isn't it? And I can't get out. I'm just pushing, and I can't get out. I'm just like, I'm so good at mine. And then I'm just like pulling, saying, hello, comedy career, come towards me, and it's not. So I'd have to give it, so I thought maybe have a little rest from that and sort of contemplate the future, and the rest got bigger and 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 bigger, like a ball, a ball full of smo. I don't know what smo is. Anyway, so it's got so big that I'm like, maybe I'll go back to that. But now I've lost track of, and all the people that were on the comedy scene have moved on. They're either very famous or they've stopped doing it. And all the new people don't know who I am, don't care who I am, probably don't want to know who I am. And now I'm very old. So old. I was old when I started, so I'm definitely more old now than I was when I started, because it's so long and I'm so old. I'm 100 million years old. Nobody's talking to me today. This is fun. Usually there's a few little chats in the chat box, but for some reason nobody today. And it's been 8 minutes. 8 minutes and nothing. So I'm just going to amuse myself. To be honest, that's what I do anyway, maybe. So this is supposed to be sort of audience interaction, but if there's no audience, hello! Hello, how are you? How are you, old bean? Beans and gones. But do you remember a couple of years ago, when I was, I'm going to just amuse yourself, because I'm not going to amuse anyone else. Let's be honest. What on earth is going on? So I'm going to put my Marie Antoinette, I'm going to turn into Marie Antoinette, which, when I did this, it amused me. Very few other people, like the person I was doing a show with, was so annoyed by this that he pretty much stopped talking to me forever. Hello, Solomon. Hello, Tux. Hello, everyone. So Bonjour, je suis Marie Antoinette. So, I'm actually from Austria, so my accent is a little bit wavery, because I did not grow up in France, but I have lived here since I was 13 or 14, so, you do what you want. It's a difficult thing, being married, when you don't really know the person that you married before you marry them. But, you do what you do if you're one of the historical figures who ends up with their heads chopped off. Yes, spoilers, I know it happened to me in the end, because it happened. It's gone and been and done. You know what I mean. It's so hard. My picture's a bit blurry. That's because you're not supposed to be looking at me, Miss Harris, because my internet in your house, very low, very, very, very low. Hello, Bohin. It's very low indeed, the internet. And if the internet is so low, then it cannot support more than one internet. So I would suggest, Miss Harris, that you sign off, maybe come back later, see it as a replay. Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. Replay is no. Je ne sais pas. Whatever. Because there's no internet, and if you watch from the same house, then you cannot stream, how you say it? Stream to the other people, and it will get very blurry. So I would suggest you go away and come back. I'll let you know when it's all over, and you can see it as a replay. Okay, because I'm very blurry. Is anyone else seem blurry, or is it just because there is someone in this house who's also seeing me at the same time as I am streaming to the world, Le Monde? I lived in the 90s too. Do you think this is the 90s? It is. It's the 1790s. It's very, very fashionable. 1790s, not the 1990s, because I never saw that because I was not alive. I had died quite a few years before being Marie Antoinette. And I completely lost my head about the whole 1790s. It's the end of the century. It's quite bad. Maggie May in Blackadder. Oh, I don't know what that is. Because I am Marie Antoinette. That's my name. Don't wear it out. It's common knowledge that Marie Antoinette old strange. Oh, no. I think, Tux, that you are wrong on many levels. I'm wearing this. What sort of cake do I like? I just ate some gluten-free chocolate cake. I never said that ever about the gâteau. I never even said brioche, which is the original. Let them be brioche. It's not me. It was in a novel many years before I was even born. I cannot. Yes, it's a Black Forest. Black Forest, very nice, but I never said these things. There is no thought behind any of it. It's all completely false, it's bogus, and I do not accept that you think I said something about cake. I see you tricked me. You tried to trick me about the cake. And I love the cake. I hope that everybody can eat the cake, but I never said it in that sort of way, that you should eat the cake instead of being poor, because that was a horrible thing to say, and I deserve to have my head chopped off for that, and you know. But I never said it, so, yeah. Jawohl. You can't get me like that. Anyway, I like France, I like Austria. Only place I never really saw anywhere else in the world. That's the only really two places that I saw. It wasn't in cold Austria when I was there. It was the Astro. It wasn't the AstroTurf. I know what that is. It was the Austro-Hungarian Empire at the time. And, you know, my mommy said lots of nice things. She was good. Marie Theresa. Anyway, I was so young when I came to France. So very young. Oh, it's so sad. Anyway, I think I'll go now because I've outstayed my welcome. And you can see how the person... Do I ride horses? I think you're thinking there of possibly Catherine. I know Catherine. No, she's nothing to do with me. And I think that is also very much like my cake story. I think that is a made-up thing. And I think you're very mean. Is misogynistic? Is that the word for it? Yeah. Catherine? No. And I heard about Queen Christine. She also bad rap. Very bad rap indeed. No. Did you not talk? No. Personality. Media personality. What did you put it right twice? Anyway. So I think I'm going to go because my head feels a little bit sore at the moment. And I will go and I will leave you to the rest of the show. You know, it's nice. So bye-bye. I'll see you later. Au revoir. À bientôt. She's a nice woman, wasn't she? Yeah, I think she got a bad rap. I actually went to, hello. I went to Fontainebleau Castle chateau when I was younger. Because our family that lived quite near, and my auntie, who is from Wales but has moved to France, thought that Marie Antoinette got it. She was very outraged about what happened to poor Marie Antoinette. She felt very sorry for her, and I do feel very sorry for her too, because I'm sure she's telling the truth. She never said that thing about the cake. Made up. I borrowed a top from her. See, she's lent me this top. That's how nice. She's sharing her clothes and everything. Very generous lady. Very generous indeed. She did not, because that was Elizabeth Bathory, who's a completely different person, and probably didn't do that either. I was one of the people that I was aiming to do in my show. So I got a little bit caught up. I did Cleopatra and Marie Antoinette mostly. Also Annie Oakley. And I did do Elizabeth Bathory, actually. I think I did, actually, once or twice. Quite near the end, I did do Elizabeth Bathory. I had a lovely dress for it. So she was one of the many historical poor women that got a bad rap. Maybe I should do them again. If I ever do a show again, maybe I'll just remake them. The one who really liked horses was Catherine the Great. And she also, maybe I'll do Catherine the Great, the greatest Catherine. And the one that dressed up as a man was Queen Christina of Sweden. And actually, Catherine was Swedish, for what it's worth. It wasn't what Sweden and Russia is pretty much. There's a lot of toing and froing. Sometimes it's Sweden, sometimes it was Russia, sometimes Finland. La 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 la. It's a part of the world that is open to the countries. Many of the countries, cake face, yes. Cake face was, of course, Marie Antoinette was cake face, but she never said anything about cake. She didn't care about anything. She just wanted to have fun. She was very young when she got married. Not good. And she didn't get on with her husband at all. I'm channeling the ghostly voices. Wilf, yes, did he really? Oh, that's so... Wilf Milk Wilf. Milk and Wilf don't rhyme. I don't know why I thought they did. Yeah, I found this. Look, it's I can't play the recorder. I can pretend that I'm Patrick Troughton. I'm the Doctor. So musically talented, aren't I? Am I fuzzy at the moment? Is it just because my mummy was watching? I don't know. Is my mummy still watching? Hello, mummy. You were watching for a little while, but it messed up the internet. The internet's only really good to have one stream at a time. If you've got more than one thing happening, then it really goes a little bit wrong. That's the trouble. So that's a little bit like Edinburgh too, because trying to chase the internet, trying to find somewhere where I can get good Wi-Fi. Certainly the first few years when I was like doing the little shows and doing the little films, and I'd make the little Edinburgh film, and then I'd have to edit it on my laptop, which I was dragging around everywhere, and then I'd have to try and find somewhere, like the underbelly had a bit of an internet connection, so you go in there and you'd upload it, and it'd take hours and hours and hours, and then or sometimes Fringe Central, do you remember people that were there ages ago? I went in there once, and what's his name? He's at Jerry Sadowitz, that's him. Jerry Sadowitz, because they used to have a little bank of computers, and Jerry Sadowitz was in there, and I was like sat there, I was like, that's Jerry Sadowitz. And I was uploading my little Edinburgh film, and it was taking an hour, and you were only supposed to have 30 minutes of internet before they kicked you off. But I was there going, it's not, she's like, you're gonna get out of here soon. I was like, but my film hasn't uploaded to YouTube yet. It's like, what are you talking about? Nobody knew what YouTube was. Okay, no, it wasn't like now you can be a big famous star from YouTube. Not that I've noticed that, because obviously not, but you can technically, I've heard, be a big famous star. They had somebody from Strictly Come Dancing on it, and his sister was a big famous star on YouTube, and then because his sister was, he got to go on Strictly Come Dancing. La 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 la, dancey dancey dance. I don't know. I might wander around. It's been raining so much, and I keep wanting to go for a walk. Like I went for a walk yesterday. I went for a long walk because it was somebody's birthday, and then I went for a walk, and I didn't come all the way home. So I went for a walk and I went along the railway line. I didn't take any video of it though, because I've been so lazy lately. And then I realised that if I kept going, I would pretty much go around a mountain and down a mountain, and it would take hours and hours. So I had to find a way back. But even then, I was only gone for an hour. My mum was about to phone people. She actually did contact people. She was so worried. I'd only been gone an hour and I came back. I should have probably filmed some stuff while I was there. But I didn't. But I could do a wandering about. I might wander about a bit tomorrow in this general area. But it'll be basically, here's some bushes and a tree. Oh, there's a butterfly. Ooh. Yeah, I went for a wander the other day. I keep forgetting to take any film of it though. I'm just like, ugh. Does anyone care? Ugh. I care. Obviously. I care deeply and passionately, but probably nobody else does. But you know, thank you very much for asking about that. So maybe I should do some wandering about videos and upload them. Yes, I'm here in Wales for another 3 weeks and then back in London, and then it's going to be quite difficult to do any more wandering around except at the weekends. But maybe at the weekends, who knows? Things are opening up. Opening everywhere, aren't they? All over the place. So who knows, or dares to dream. Maybe I'll do some more wandering around. I've also got quite a lot of footage of I did up the garden in London. If you want to see that, I've got quite a lot. So it started off a complete wilderness, and then I dug everything up, and then it was like nothing except piles of the wilderness that I'd stuck on the side. But I did over the course of several weeks. But then I got bitten by a tick, and I thought, oh no. And then snow? You've got snow? Wow. Yeah, snows. Where are you with that snows? That's very exciting. I don't think it's going to snow here until at least November, but it might snow really heavily. Who knows? So thumbs up if you want me to do more. If you want me to do more wandering about videos, and I can see from the likes whether anybody wants that. 2 people have already liked it. Nobody else wants them. So obviously nobody wants that. Wander around with cousin. I don't know where Cousin Wilf lives, Tux the Penguin. Is he local? Is he a local person? I keep meaning to go to the Devil's Heap of Stones, which is on that mountain behind me that you can't see because there's a screen in the way. But there's a mountain all the way there. And the Lasgarn Woods, that's what that's called. Lasgarn, which means blue stone. Or blue pile of stones. A garn is like a cairn, you know, a cairn, it's a pile of stones. Blue pile of stones wood. So there's a big pile of stones. That's exciting. Stones. Oh, I've got one more like, so maybe that's wandering around. Is this the last picture show? This is certainly not the last Bohem. I'm going to do them every day except Monday and Tuesday for the next 3 weeks. Does he? Wilf gets around a bit, does he, Tux? So yeah, 3 weeks of me talking inanely to a camera. What a rare treat that is. Yeah, because this is my Edinburgh show that isn't in Edinburgh and really isn't the show. Ah ha ha. Pretty much the same as always. Yay, I've driven someone else away now. There's only 5 people. 3 likes, 5 people. That's not bad actually. That's not bad going, in a way. And actually, that's probably more people than have been to all of my Edinburgh shows put together through the course of all the years. I've had some shows that have been well attended, mostly because I've done other people's shows. They've been well attended when I've been in somebody else's shows, and people have come for the other people. They've usually been packed to the rafters. Woo! Packed to the caves. They're usually in caves. The caves aren't really caves. I thought they were caves. They're usually under bridges. So there's a lot of things under bridges in Edinburgh. If you wanna do a show under a bridge, you're in luck, because you probably will if you've got an Edinburgh venue. Lots of bridges, lots of shows. Caverns. That's what they are. Caverns. But actually, they're a lot better than they were. When I first went there, you'd go in a venue and there'd be water coming through the ceiling. Ploo, ploo, ploo. Because you'd be in this back room or whatever, and you'd be like, no, it's going to fall on me. And now they've done them all up, and they're very nice indeed. And practically waterproof. But I probably think that I'm a bit worried about the bridges, really. They're not that stable. I mean, the fact is, I think North Bridge was filled in many years ago because it wasn't really stable, and they built all around it, and then people thought, no, we'll dig it all out, we'll have ghost tours, and we'll have lots of venues, and it wasn't stable, And the only thing that was keeping it up was the fact that they crammed it full of rubble. And now they've taken all the rubble out to have Edinburgh venues. Yay! That sounds really safe. History isn't what it used to be, is it? It's all in the past. That's the trouble. All in the past. No history in the future, because in the future is the future. Now it's history. It's all gone again. So you have to wait for history. That's it. You can't wait. You can't. It's not history until it's already happened. Ooh, that was profound and deep. No, it wasn't. I know it wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, la la la, my new friend, the lovely puppet. Puppety, puppety, puppet. How are you, puppet? Do you like me? Are you my new best friend? Of course, Elise. See, this is my how to do ventriloquism successfully. You're not supposed to move your lips. Can I do it? So, can I do it without moving my lips? What is it you want? Yes, that's right. You're right. What is it you want? What is it you want? And then I won't do it at all, because so far it's like, I want to do this. I want you to do this, Elise, and I'll do something else completely. So it's not entirely a successful premise in that it's just me. Why are magnets attracted to each other? I don't know, Boheme. Why are magnets attracted to each other? Because they've made of magnetic stuff. I don't know. They just are. Yeah, I thought that was a joke. It's not a joke, is it? It's just a scientific question. Great. Because of magnetism. Batoing! They've got magnetic personalities, but they haven't, because magnets don't have personalities. I don't know what the end of that joke could be. I'm sorry if you were expecting something hilarious, but I don't know what it would be. Ah! Cambridge Latin text. Is that Bart Simpson? What, me? I don't know. Look at this. I was talking about Latin, wasn't I? T-line. I learned T-line at one point. It's there you go. Can you see it? It's shorthand for my job as a journalist, and I never used it, and so I forgot it. But you're supposed to learn it, because they're insistent that you absolutely need shorthand to be a journalist. But you don't. If you were in a courtroom situation, maybe you would. Otherwise, no, you can just record things and then type it up at a later date. So that was helpful. But look at this. All sorts of Latin phrases. What did you got? It was novacula. Do you know what novacula is? It's a razor. That's good, isn't it? Oh, Latin. Latin with Elise. Praetor. Praetor is a senator holding a senior position. Oh, that's something you need to know, isn't it? So this is what they are planning. The government's planning to teach people Latin in this country, in the UK, and then they will be, yes, useless skills. I do have many useless skills. I did learn some Latin for 2 years at my school, because the Latin teacher hadn't retired yet. When he retired, there was no more Latin at all. But people were learning Welsh, which I've recently started to learn, which a lot of people say is not a useful skill, but it is, because you need to learn Welsh to get a government job, and a media job. So maybe I'll come back here and use my not very good Welsh in order to get that. But aura, breeze or wind. Oh, that's really good. Novissimus, the last to be reached. Ooh, excitement, Latin. What about cutis? Skin, and that's a feminine noun. Column, neck. Column, but not spelled the way that you would expect. Column. Welsh is nicer than Gaelic. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've tried to learn that as well on Duolingo. Oh, I'm getting a bit. Latin for beware of cows. I can't remember. Beware us of cuckoos. I did Latin for 2 years, and I did French for more years than that, and this is sort of the extent of my French, really, and I've been trying to learn, but look, you can, I'm going to read I'm going to read some Latin verse, and I'm not going to translate it. Bonjour. I'm not going to translate it. I'm just going to read it. Nec tu credideris urbanae commodo vitae. See, they said that you never know what they actually pronounce Latin like, because it's not like anybody pronounces things now, because I can pronounce it any way I want. So don't say your Latin's rubbish. You're pronouncing it really badly, because how do you know? Are you there? No. Querai nasonem querit and ille tamen. Oh, there you go then. Nam modo vos animo dulces reminesco amenici. Yes, exactly. Cave vacarum. Exactly. Very, very good. Nunc mihi cum cara coniuge nata subit. I think this might be slightly rude. Anyway, this is Ovid. Maybe not. Aqua domo russus. Exactly. Versus pulchri loca virtu ad urbis. Pulchri. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Loca. Moving virtu ad urbis. Concacuc mens oculis pervidit usa suis. Nunc fora nunc aedis nunc mamore tecta theatra nunc subit aquata porticus omnis humo. Well, there you go then. Gramina nunc campi pulchros spectantis in hortos stacac et Europae virginescus licor. Wow, yeah. Ad puto sic urbis misero et erupta voluptas colibit ut saltem rure friliciat. Oh, well, that's rude. Anyway, do they have a million endings in Latin? They do, yes. Romanus sunk. I can't remember what that is. Yeah, Romans go home. Oh, well, what you need is Romani. Anyway, yes. Lots of different things. Anyway, that's some Latin for you. What did it mean? Well, that's for you to find out. You have to look it up, but I think it might be a little bit anyway. Yeah, rude. Now with the translation. Make it up. I don't know. I've lost it. I've lost it completely. It's gone. Anyway. Yeah. There's some Sappho here as well. Yeah, definitely a lot of rude poems in there, I think. Yeah, you'll never know. Oh, is this translation in here? It's just notes about that. So maybe you'll just have to find it out. Does YouTube translate Latin? I don't know. Does it? Probably won't recognise the way that I did the accent. It was a bad Latin accent. Even if nobody knows how it's pronounced, it wasn't pronounced like that. That was bad. But yeah, my Latin teacher, I can't remember his name. My Latin teacher would not approve. Although he did pronounce amphitheatre, amphitheatre. So who can say whether, oh look, some French. An anthologie des conteurs de 18e siècle. It's 19 actually, not 18. That would be a completely different century. Balzac. En entendant ces paroles, le prêtre se dégageait de sa prison et reparut au milieu de la chambre. Well, there you go. There's some Balzac for you. How literate! It's like a literary salon in here. A literary salon. You got to commune. Commute. You did commute. You commuted all the way here. Commune with people. Did he lose a couple? Solomon, because King Arthur. King Arthur was mythical. Yeah. Although, was he? Do you? Well, that was good then, that you find it more interesting than anything at the Edinburgh Fringe, because, yeah, I did French GCSE A-level, GCE A-level, by correspondence course, and then I realised that in order to do it a correspondence course, then I'd have to find somewhere that did this, and I'd have to go there and to pay for the... And also, I sent back some of the homework, and they said, you're not at the right standard, you're not good enough to do this. And I'm like, well, that's rude, I'm paying you for this correspondence course, the least you could do is just humour me. But, so I gave that up. But I paid for a correspondence course, and I never followed through for A-level. Le gamin, urchin, aride. Dry! Well done, that's it. Les dunes, sand dunes. Well, that's a surprise. La Londe. That Lalande is a standing war. Waste. Élire, to elect. Wow! That's very useful, isn't it? La publicité. La publicité. Who can tell what la publicité translates at? Wow, it's a mystery. Obviously, it's publicity. La presse. It's the press. Le journal. It's a journal. It's a daily journal. Well, who is it? Yes, who can tell you you're not good enough? Well, you know, when you're doing something at exam level and they say you're probably not going to pass this, then probably you should listen to them. But at that time, I was planning to go to like Cambridge, and so I was like, well, I'd better, because I completely messed up my A-levels. I thought, I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do a language, and I'm going to do psychology, and I'm going to do drama again, and then I'm going to do this and that, and I'm going to be so good. And then I thought, nah, this isn't going to work, and I sort of gave up, because it's like, what's the point? What is the point? Mise en scène. Mise en scène. Aha. Yeah. Mise en scène. Fini. Yeah, exactly. 10 people. Hello. 10 people. That's double any Edinburgh show I was likely to get. Woohoo. Yes. Hi, la barra de stapper. Hi, Ed Edits. Oh, wow, we're having a party, and then 2 people leave again. Well, that was good. In you come and out you come. Oh, I don't like this. Son, run away you do. Run away! That's probably sensible. Yeah, all the things you missed. You can watch this from the beginning and see an absolutely stunning show. Oh, it's like a whole cabaret of Le Cabaret. How are you? I'm very fine. Thank you, La Barra de. That's not easy. La Barra de Thapa. Oh, that was horrible. It's gone out of tune. It's a very period drama, isn't it? Yeah. I'm just not tuning it very well. That's completely off. That'll do. It's not right, but it's okay. D D D D D anyway. I would say not really, because I'm hopeless at the guitar. Here we are now, entertainers. Here we are. Dee 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 dee. I feel stupid and outrageous. Here we are, entertainers. No, no. So I would say no. That's an O. No, I can't play. I don't know what the chords are. I remember singing that in my college to, you know, just sort of like la la la, and it's like, what's that? Mary Poppins sings Nirvana. It's like, here we are now, now. Entertain us. Here we are now. It's outrageous. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa. And I know. Requests for songs that I can't play because there's all of them. I'd have to look them up. I know when I did that BBC Three thing, I had some sheet music in front of me. I could sort of do, if I've got like the music in front of me with the chords, then I can probably do it and play along for a little while. But I can't play by ear because I got pretty much a tin. Yeah. I think I did The Good, Bad and the Ugly. Da, 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 dum. Da, 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 dum. Da, la. Is that The Good, Bad and the Ugly? No, I don't know which one that is. That's probably Ennio Morricone, but not the one that you want because I can't remember what that is. Do, la, 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 la. Do you want a song about something? Won't sound very nice. No matter what it is, it'll sound horrible, horrible, really horrible song about nothing. Nobody wants any made up songs. I'll do any song you want if you don't mind it sounding like a load of old rubbish. See, I've still only got 3 likes, which basically means nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Going down the corridor doing worms, 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 worms. Already gone out of tune. It's near enough to anything. I've driven everyone but 4 people away. Hello, Fox. How did I manage to drive every 6 people? Oh, I got them back again. 10 people I heard at one point, and I've driven all of you away. How could I have done such a thing? Oh, foolishy, foolishy thing. Anyway, tomorrow, what is it anyone wants? Maybe I can prepare something. Ooh, preparing for a show and to prepare to entertain. Preparing? It's anathema. Anathema. So if anybody, I'm going in a minute, so let me know quickly. I probably won't do it, but I can have a think. No, I did some mime. At the beginning, you missed my amazing mime. It was brilliant mime. It was the best mime ever in tune with my wonderful t-shirt. Yes, can I do mime? No, I can't do anything. Anything, 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 anything. How can someone be so lacking in any sort of talent? Change the order of R letters to W. Really? Yes, really. Okay, well, I think I'll leave that there because this is a hiding to nothing. What's a hiding to nothing look like? This is what a hiding to nothing looks like. So, the reviews, when they come out, they'll be stellar. I'll get 8 or 9 stars from everybody, from 100 different reviews. I'll get 8 or 9 stars all together. So it'll be the same as always. So what have I missed in not going to Edinburgh? Nothing. Because it's raining and I can eat all the haggis I want and drink coffee and get very depressed and wonder what on earth I'm doing with my life. It'll be exactly like Edinburgh and it's only just begun. Oh ha! White lacy promises. La la la. My hair's going all over the place and so I will leave you. I bid you adieu to year and year and year. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 7:30, British summertime, unless you're catching this up at a later date, in which case you can watch it until the end of this. Could be any time in history. This is going to go down in the annals of history as the best show ever, because they'll have destroyed all other entertainment. It'll be the only thing that you'll have. Ha 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 ha. I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye bye. Thank you very much, folks. Bye 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 bye. Thank you very much, everyone.